don't think so. I think week 1 was Cobble.
Did you end up playing a match?
Yeah, we played a season, but I think that was still maybe preseason. Then we played a Cobble. I think we're one of the few that still uses season. I'm not sure. I was trying to find that information out about Infuse, but yeah, like you said, they are one of those teams from the UK region that is pretty good. So it'll be fun to watch them up here. We got Neil Zeno, about the only name that is really ringing a bell in my mind, but you know, hopefully after this game, I'll put some more people on the map for me. But here we are into the pistol rounds already. 1000 has found a kill out onto Aaron. That was the CTs. Aaron and Neil Zeno both pushing aggressive towards Ivy. And it will come out with the trade, as well as some decent damage done to RCTIC. But now it's going to be up to win. Zachy maybe outside, or is it going to be Zed who pushes up towards that ladder and is able to jump away without even a scratch? Downhill Zeno, nice little shot onto Kiss. Gives him a little kiss back with the USP. Turns out it's 100 damage. Gun is very good.
Those are a couple of great pushes so far. This will really put you on tilt. I mean, Ivy control, given if you get the kill on the other side of the map too, which was that inner push getting 2 kills, I mean, that could just really throw you off. So not only were Infused able to get control of one side of the map, but they're also able to push basically the entire other bomb site and get 2 kills for free. Now looking to recuperate here. RCTIC Gaming going to be pushing out ladder. Not a fun fight to take with Glocks, but they do have a smoke down for Z. And most likely able to get a plant. Oh, nope. I jinxed it.
Yeah, you did.
Definitely...
Zed said no to that plant. I mean, as soon as that smoke goes down, you know exactly what's going to happen. I kind of like that effort. You know, they peek out of ladder. Toffee was very, very low, had a USP. They kind of send him first, hoping that maybe 1000 can grab a trade kill real quick, but it doesn't really work out that way. And that's a nice CT aggressive round from Infuse. It'll get them the victory, and they'll go out towards, what do they got? A Scout, 2 M4s, and 2 submachine guns against the Force Spy with some nades coming out on Toffee and Kiss.
See how you like preemptively burn that flash that was so early just in case someone was pushing? Oh, that's a good nade to ladder too. And Ivy gets shut down.
So already a 4-on-4. Aaron High has gone down, but that was just one of the submachine guns. Looks like the bomb is going to get planted here in that smoke on the backside of the train. Red SMK going to be pushing around. Oh my gosh, getting a dink there, but the head armor is keeping Ozala alive for a little bit longer. And they will tap the bomb. Toffee now will show himself with that P250 in between the trains, but Neil's able to hunt him down and Zed to get the defuse.
Classic Tech 9. Just spin around and destroy someone. That being said, I mean, he had a shot on the side of the head. He missed it. Totally punished there for it. 3 players dropped down. I don't think the bomb would have even gone down if Neil didn't get full flash right before the plant went down. So someone on Logitech there threw a great flash, and that allowed them to get the bomb plant, which is exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, making that round expensive was goal number 1, and I think they met all their standards there. Getting 3 kills, getting the bomb down, it's a lot of money for them. A lot of money taken off the board for Infused, who are going to be buying up full now. So they did have SMGs to drop in response to that. And I wonder what we're going to see from Logitech here. Obviously, going to want to get another plant if possible. Probably be harder this round, if anything.
Yeah, it'll most likely be harder to get that plant, so they try to go inside where it generally is easier to find. But look at Zed pushing through. We'll see a player jumping up on that railing. Even with that smoke down, he gets 2. It's not be able to take him down. And even now, they've bought enough time up there towards those back halls, the box halls, that I can't find String Index Inferno, so my game has crashed. Launders, maybe you take over at this point.
Well, there are 2 players left. That's Toffee and Ozala, and they're left in inner. One has an M4, no armor, however, and Neil with the push in the upper gets them both. So a clean round. I don't think he missed anything. Infused did lose Zed off of that inner push, and him pushing solo is kind of really expensive. I mean, and also risky. But they were pushing versus 2 players remaining. I mean, they really only had to hold sites there, so it's hard to say. I mean, he got 2 kills for it, but if they go into the site, they get the bomb down. That's also bad, but at the same time, he's most likely to have a gun in a safer position, and maybe more likely to stay alive if he only gets 1. So, I don't know, it's a bit of a risk, but he has pushed in a couple times, and it's something that you can't just do every single round, so maybe you'd want to save it for a couple of the rifle rounds so that the other team doesn't always assume that you're going to push in. Or oh,
Yeah.
and there could have been a very important off shot.
How do you feel about just throwing that smoke up there every round? So like maybe
Yeah.
you're not pushing it every round, but that smoke is there, so they always, you know, at least waste some time trying to clear around it. Or
Yeah, I throw that smoke every single round, no matter what, because yeah, and then you just like push it one every 4 rounds or something like that, or like 2 in a row sometimes. But I always toss that smoke and they can just like run across upper and rush.
oh my gosh, when Zaki and Red, can I call him Red Sync? Red SNK? Both
Snake.
of them go up, one on the blue train, one on the green train, and they just double peek over towards the middle room, and that gets them a kill. Red will finally go down, and that'll leave Toxic and 1000 alive. And well, 1000 will get a kill. He's able to sneak his way out. Ivy will get Aaron in the backside, and Toxic is trying to get himself the bomb. He will find it now, but look at Windansky. I've been saying that wrong completely. I was like combining it with Max Zaki. I kept saying Winzaki. Windansky there. Already towards the mid room with that op. Hits a nice shot. It's a 3K for him. And we might see a bit of an op battle. Oh, 1000 will pull out the knife and run right into Neil Zeno.
The problem for Logitech right now is that Infuse are just pushing. Like, they're getting extremely aggressive. I don't know how confident they are coming into this matchup, but it seems like very, because they have no problem like walking up to something as soon as they get a kill, or as soon as if they just so happen to feel like there's no one there. So it seems like they're going to be pushing quite often. I mean, I think especially if someone were to die on the side of Infused early, if Logitech could make that happen, that they could very easily capitalize, get a kill on the other side of the map if they just waited for pushes. They also have to hit their shots, obviously, and that's, I think, one thing Infused is very confident about.
Oh, I'm surprised he was able to get that nade back in there. That thing banked off of 2 walls to be able to bring down Toxic. It was quite well. There's Dansky and Red SNK, both of them wielding those ops and shutting it down. Zed is the only one to have fallen here. So now it'll go to Kiss and to Toffee, who was able to pick up Zed's The Iceman M4A1S.
Is that a quote?
What?
Zed the Iceman A1S.
Yeah, I guess.
Every time I read SNK, I think of the fighting game brand or game creator.
Who is that?
SNK,
Or which one do they make?
SNK. Am I thinking of the right thing here?
I'm not sure. I'm in the dark.
You're in the dark. Then I feel lost because
I'm your guiding light, is that what you're trying to say?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's
No, I think you're right. They make King of Fighters.
King of Fighters. That's the name. Jeez, such a good game too.
I've not actually played King of Fighters.
Some people swear by that game over any fighting game.
Thought about getting into it, but I don't know. I tried to get into Street Fighter 4. Bought an arcade stick, put 140 hours in, and then kind of quit because everyone was better than me.
Story of your life, mate.
Hard to focus on so many serious games at once, though, right? Like
That's
Dota
so true.
2, Counter-Strike, and Street Fighter. It was like overload for me.
I can't believe you just jumped that smoke. Okay, dope. And then comes out for the repeat. That was a little bit obvious, I feel like. But maybe he didn't see that there was an op there. Really got punished for it immediately.
Now when Dansky in a bit of an awkward spot. Oh, but he's still from this old hell position, able to turn around and get a frag. Now spotting towards the mid room. Does see a player. At least I think he saw that player. Maybe they were slightly behind the wall and it was on X-ray, but he'll see him there, only to get shot in the back by Toffee, as those terrorists kind of have infested that CT back hall. But even still, Infused remains with the advantage. 3-on-2. Looks like Aaron must have spotted the head of Ozala, who was jumping up on the bomb train. It'll be Kiss to be planting the bomb right now. I'm not sure if Zed heard the beeps, but either way, the bomb is down now. And wow, Zed unable to get that kill. So it goes into a 2-on-2. And the terrorists have been able to, oh, not quite back off. Luckily, that flash was coming out from Kiss. Kept Ozala alive a little bit longer, but did also kind of give away Kiss's position. So Neil Zeno knows where to start the hunt and finds Kiss almost immediately.
It was a crucial 2v2 to win. I mean, Kiss getting that kill, I thought locked it in for them, but Infused really came through on that retake in that 2v2. So they do lock it up. They win a very, very crucial round. I mean, it wouldn't have been. I mean, it's more crucial obviously for Logitech to put rounds on the board at this point, but anytime it goes really late round on train and there's like a 2v2, the bomb is down. That's one of the few situations you'll have as a terrorist to put around on the board. So because they threw away that opportunity, there's, you know, end to end that at 6-0 right now. It's looking a little bit more bleak, but the round money bonus continues to pile up, and they'll be at max until they win one. So we'll most likely see buy after buy, provided they get a bomb plant every once in a while.
Indeed, yeah. I'm getting one in the last round, but here you go, buying up down to $0. Might put RCTIC into I mean, what, Galil maybe Tech 9 in full nades if they lose this, but at least into a rifle sort of Tech 9 armor situation. But of course they need some rounds. It is T-side train. You'd hope they could put up at least 4, but already from what we've seen of Infused, it seemed like a pretty strong team, and we already kind of knew that coming into this. I know they did at least very well. They might have even won I-55. I don't know. I know our current selection right now was doing the TF2 at I-55. I don't know if he actually caught wind of the CSGO results, but or maybe knows where to look. Hint, hint.
Just shake the camera if you want.
He says nope. So there it is. 4-on-3 though. And oh my gosh, massacre.
4-on-3, you say?
Yeah, 4-on-0 now.
At what
Very
point,
well
sir?
done.
That was a perfect spray down. Obviously, I think RCTIC got maybe we're a little bit too predictable, but that's the value Infused have in the game. Like what they rely on is having obvious information, not assuming things and rotating and holding sites, but pushing and getting aggressive, creating fear, and then rotating heavily. So, you know, Logitech could play off of that, but they first of all have to get away with maintaining a certain amount of map control, being fairly thinned out, and then pressuring whatever set they want to. But I think they were just a little bit too obvious with that push. And there we do have that inner push that comes out every so often to also gets a kill. But Thousand entered back with one as well. And now it is a 3v2. Inner has a player, outer has 2. Each site is just as bad to go to, but inner most likely the spot that you can get a kill, get a bomb plant most easily, and they have days to work with, so they could maybe just catch that off guard somehow.
All right, I'm thinking. I believe it was Easy Skins that won the tournament against Choke Gaming, and then in the consolation final, it was Team Infused versus Choke Gaming, and it was Choke Gaming that won that 2-1. So Infused got 3rd place at I-55.
Oh,
with Choke, which I think that was the team with the really cool logo.
What was the prize pool at I-55? Is it pretty good?
I have no idea. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's what it is. So 3rd place winner at a pretty sizable land. That's not bad.
Mm-hmm. And there's another late round win for Infused, though I think much more difficult in the situation for Logitech to win it. And even without a bomb plant, are able to op full armor, lots of nades. I guess they half bought last round, so that makes sense. I wonder how they're gonna use this op here. Tofi, that one round, missed a very important op shot, and I know it was only one, but it's just like the kills don't come that often, so to hit every opportunity that you have is pretty important. And oh, there's another push through Ivy. There's Ivy control.
The king of Ivy pushes over there.
Yeah.
The title developed by Red SNK.
And they just know that inner's being pushed right now, and that their chances are good.
Ooh, there's Ozala with 2 nice frags as he pushes down past Hell, now over in towards Ivy. But look where the bomb is. It's in a very rough position. Both the Zed and Nilzino kind of moving in towards the ladder. Only able to peek one at a time, but it doesn't matter, as Nilzino will hit his mark. And now it's Ozala all by himself, and this 1-on-2 is still trying to go out towards the bomb. I think they replaced Neil with Zed. That's exactly what happens. He'll peek out and find a nice headshot.
That was really well played in the 2v2 once they found that bomb. Killing Nilzino obviously was the most important kill there because they had the drop on him from the top of T-Con train and couldn't find that kill. I mean, that would have made it a 2v1, but their other ladder player in a really awkward spot, but couldn't do that. So, I mean, sometimes you gotta eat the loss. But yeah, after they took outer there, they knew immediately, you know, the fear is probably in their heads. Okay, inner's being pushed right away. We're taking too long to get the bomb down, and that's why Infused are making it so rough for them. But if they were able to stop one of those pushes like Ivy, for example, it would have been a whole different game.
Zeno has taken some early damage. Look at Red SK though once more. He's pushed all the way
Ivy,
through
yeah.
Ivy, and Zed, even with that CZ, will find one kill onto Kiss on the upper catwalk. Toxic will then bring him down and find another, so he gets the double entry. This is the first time we've actually seen RCTIC in a, oh my gosh, so I was going to say in the driver's seat of a round, but just like that, it falls apart as when Zeki hits a ridiculous shot. And very aware that Ozala's coming into the Z as he had just killed his teammate Aaron, so reacts to that. Nice double kill. 1000 hiding out in the smoke will be brought down. So a costly round, which at this point actually does do quite a bit. Round 8 and round 9, only 2 people alive for Infused.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, they could still
And one
put
there.
those 3 or 4, and off the back of an eco, that becomes a much more realistic possibility. But that like push through Ivy, like if you can really count on it every single round, you should dedicate the first 20 seconds to waiting for that push, or dedicate the first 20 seconds to waiting for that Ivy push, or fake like you have so many people at Ivy and pull someone to push inner. You know they're gonna push 1 of 2 every single round. You can count on it. Like we already have Ivy pushing out.
And the double op setup here once more for Infused. Toxic will be able to work his way along the side of that blue train, and I think 1000 may have been spotted by Aaron, or he was really expecting someone to just push through that smoke, as Ozala will find a kill towards Ivy. I think Red SNK was starting to get a little bit obvious with his game plan pushing Ivy every round. So that'll finally backfire, and it looks like it'll be the chance for RCTIC. Definitely not too late for them to maybe get a foothold in this match, get a couple rounds together here. As we even talked about, I mean, losing the majority of their force on the rounds they won in the last 3 rounds, like CT Money's actually pretty broke, especially considering they went in for double ops again this round.
Yeah, you know, it was a great round, but I think like they did have a plan to stop the Ivy push. They got that kill after a bit of effort, and then they were like already set on pushing outer really quickly. And so, whoa! Did he not just see his body in the middle of his screen? Okay, that's pretty unreal. But and he does save an op for it too. That's huge. But they got the kill Ivy, but they were already executing outer. Like their plan at the beginning of rounds, like take outer fast or something. But they're not like giving enough time for Infused to just make a mistake straight up super early, and then make it a 5v4 and then execute. They're just like planning to execute and hold a flank or something, and sometimes holding the flank doesn't work, and then they just like fall apart outer. So you know, if both parts of that plan didn't work out, it wouldn't have been great. Whereas opposed to if they just waited for one push and secured that kill, then they would have maybe had a much more consistent chance to win the round.
And you can see 4 people outside for Infused. You do have Zed being the quicker rotator in towards Z, and Toxic once again working off the side of that blue train will find a kill onto Wendansky. 1000 will grab Red SNK out towards Ivy as well. And now it's going to be Aaron with the 5-7 to find 2 kills. Has it AK now. He goes up on top of the train. Will bring down Kiss. And he somehow get the man advantage back. And another 5-7 kill for Aaron. He's on for the ace here. If he could just find Toppy, who is now climbing back up that ladder. Thought he was going to hit the showers. But now he pulls out the op. He's going to go ahead and try to pick up that bomb, I suppose, with 50 seconds on the clock and a 1-on-2. We'll go for this. Aaron shells out by the Geiger meter.
The what?
Geiger meter?
Is that for testing radiation or something?
Yeah. I thought that prop was pretty funny.
What's the lore of train?
Well, I mean, there's radioactive symbols. That's what you're trying to blow up, right? Like radioactive waste on the trains.
Oh,
So, I mean, look at the symbol right there.
that's pretty rude.
So apparently it's leaking. And I actually think there is a place if you look on the train you can see it leaking. I'm not sure.
Well, you don't have enough time to win around.
I'm gonna try to get that bomb down. Oh my gosh, he goes for the kills. But Smoke blinded himself when he peeks out. Zed was already there waiting.
I feel like no comms there. Like Aaron got that kill. I mean, he got 4 kills at rounds. When he was at Hell and he got that kill with the 5-7, and then went up on top of Ticon train and then got a kill at E-Box with like no response. Like We had a player there standing with his molly out, like looking somewhere else. Wasn't even in another engagement. Just like didn't want to look over towards hell. I guess didn't expect someone to come up the ladder, or maybe thought he had a couple extra seconds. But that really just gave Aaron a free kill, and that was after he got a gun, and then he got 2 more kills. So if they got that kill there, it would have been a much different round. They were working picks so well.
Oh, also apparently it's a Geiger counter, not a Geiger meter, but whatever, close enough. I got the gist of it. 2 on 2 right now. It's 11-1. Nilzino hearing those footsteps, and actually spotting the player, so he's got the information of where both of these guys are. 1,000 turns around, but I don't think he spotted Niels in between those trains. And again, the call should be coming out where 1,000 is, and Zed, peeking out, will get caught. And it's going to be up to 1,000, trying to get that spray down long range onto Neil. Instead, will just go for the bomb. He knows he's far enough apart that Niels won't be able to close that gap, but up on top of the red train here, will spot 1,000 going behind, so hopping over on top of the trains like a vagabond, trying to get somewhere. Nicely done.
Nice. Yeah, they did. Whoa.
Victory lap.
I can barely hear this bomb timer, but it was just planted. Yeah, he won that round fairly easily. I mean, he got that information on the. I want to say 1,000 running across trains to hell. If they didn't spot each other, it might have been a different round, but he did find that kill. But in these 2v2s, like typically it can be 50-50 who gets the information first, but it seems like Infused are always getting the information first in the 2v2. They always find out where the terrorists are. They're always putting themselves in better positions. It's kind of hard to analyze why that might happen, but they happen to do it quite often, so I think they just have really great communication.
Oh,
it's not a bad molly.
Yeah, it wasn't actually that bad after all. I thought it was going to bounce a little further, but that thing hit a whole lot of invisible bricks. That's for sure. Oh, and Jansky with another nice op shot. Man's been pretty good. He's got 13. Oh, when Jansky, you're close to the end of the half, don't kill anybody. Oh no, he's ruined it. He had the 1-3-3-7 score line, but now he goes 14-3-7. 1,000 fighting off the back of that fuel tanker will bring down Red SNK, and Ozala pushing forward towards Z. They will actually find themselves around. Maybe it's not too late. They need to get this last one though. 12-3, maybe there's a chance on pistol, but 13-2, there's almost no way.
Yeah, I mean, they're going up against the best light buy. I mean, if they do math real quick, they could easily figure out that Infused is extremely low. And yeah, even on the round that they won right before those two that Infused won, they only kept 1 alive, so they got to know that they are extremely broke right now. And let's see how Logitech respond to this. I mean, typically you want to stay grouped a little bit, but they've got some good information on 1,000 right now. He is the man of the hour. I mean, really just spotting everything on outer sight. Just knows that all these things are clear, and that's giving so much peace of mind to Logitech. And he holds Z, so they can plan for Z right now pretty safely.
It is pretty funny to see it with such a dominant CT half. Some close rounds at the end, and a little bit of trading, and that leaves them on a force up on the very, very last round, which gives RCTIC actually a fantastic chance to maybe salvage this game. They're going to get the 3rd round. Oh my god. Dansky hitting 2 nice deagle shots, mainly because Toffee was quite low. Let's see, this guy has been spotted, still trying 1 bullet. Oh. Thought maybe he was going to pull off the ridiculous with that deagle play. Did find 2 nice kills, so it is 12-3 on the half, and Fuse will move over to that terrorist side, but if they get that pistol round, they're going to be feeling pretty good to just go ahead and close this out.
Yeah, I think Logitech have done a pretty good job at the end, just recovering. They did a lot of good damage. They brought it to 2v2 like 3 or 4 times. And at the end of the day, the only thing that matters after a half is the scoreline. You know, you don't have that money carrying over to the second half. You don't have any kind of like streak bonus for winning so many rounds in the first half. And so they can really just think about the half for what it is. Obviously, that still means that they need the pistol, just like Infuse were able to win theirs. And if they don't split pistols here, Logitech probably won't be able to win, period. If they do, it is a completely different game, I think. And on CT side, you can really see teams just transform.
Yeah, losing the pistol, though, would put even a transformed RCTIC in a tough spot of no mistakes whatsoever to try to bring it back. So a very important round here. I wonder what RCTIC will be willing to bust out. They pull out a CZ and a smoke on 1000. They got a kit and a nade. Lots of nades here. Only 2 players with Kevlar. That's Toxic and Ozala. 3 here for Infuse. See a lot of flashes, 2 smokes and a Molotov. So it might be a little bit of a slow down here towards those box halls. And then a set play onto the inner bomb site. But look at this. 3 people in there for RCTIC. So they're willing to fight for the map control of this hallway. And Toxic actually towards Ivy will find the kill onto Zed. And 1000 with the CZ will finish that off on the retreat. He will bring down Niels. So a 5-on-3 for RCTIC. Things going well so far, but there's Windansky through the smoke with a burst Glock.
Rex, mate.
What was that?
I don't know. I think he saw blood, but I don't know why he didn't move.
The player's like, all right. Because I guess when you expect someone spamming through a smoke, they're like going to shoot at one spot and then kind of move the crosshair and shoot again. So you get shot, he's like, he's going to aim somewhere else. If I just stand here, I'll be okay.
But when you shoot someone, you know.
Yeah, but I guess he actually did connect, so that was unfortunate for the player behind the smoke. Speaking of smokes, one's going to go out lower. Red SNK going to push straight on through it. Oh my gosh, beautiful jump out and headshot onto Ozala. He's got a flash and now a Molotov. May want to just pull out a gun. Trying to fight this player on top of the yellow train. As wow, Windansky going to get another red as well, chiming in. But here's Toffee with 2 very quick frags for a total of a 3K on the round. And the man's got a kit.
Jeez. Okay, with the kit, he could have not got that kill. It could have became a very close 1v1 that took a lot of time, but even with the kit though, winning that 1v2, first of all, very important. Infuse are not going to be happy. RCTIC were about to be on tilt because if they didn't win that round, they had man advantage the entire time. They knew it was going to be inner. They had the proper stack. They did so much damage. They got like 2 kills right off the bat. They knew they had good nades, and then that coming down to 1v2, you know, they're probably having words with each other, but recovering, it's all that's important now. And the best thing Infuse could do is try to equal them, but because they have such a lead, are actually not going to armor up. That's not the worst thing in the world. Well. They did plant the bomb as well. That's a good point.
Yeah, so gonna go for that rifle round in the third, which does kind of explain why there are 3 rifles coming out here. The M4A4, 2 FAMAS, and 2 UMPs, which will be a little bit better suited as an SMG up against some of the armor coming into the next round. So I might even see RCTIC keeping those. Assuming no one dies, and it looks like no one will die. Now just Windansky. Well, it is Windansky, he's got a deagle. Looks like finally someone will get the better of them. No armor there to hit the shots.
Yeah, getting mainly like two FAMIs and M4 makes sense. The 2 UMPs, I mean, if you're not going to expect going up against armor, I don't know, are they going to hold on to these? They got to put themselves in really good spots. I'm curious where 1000 and Kiss are going to play, because these UMPs are very good versus armor, but they're most likely not going to win you rounds. Like 5 of them on a map like Train, such long angles. So where are they going to play?
Also, just to comment on, what do you call it? FAMIs? FAMIs. We had to do, FAMAS is actually an acronym. We figured out one day when we had a similar discussion on a North American broadcast.
Huh.
With anything, it's in French. It's basically like the French military assault rifle or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Pretty cool. But the models are apparently, I think it's the F1 and the G2. So if anything, you'd say like G2s. But I went with FAMIS. I liked FAMIS for my fake
Gamers 2, Minis?
Yeah, there you go. As going for the boost up here on the left side of Ivy, trying to get a player crossing. Does not work out, but it will be Toffee to get the opener, and Ozala with the Molotov, expecting those terrorists to have kind of pushed through. Here's the fire extinguisher go off, and now we'll have to fall back towards the old bomb train, leaving Kiss now with that ump, and there he goes, finds that headshot close range, but Aaron is there for the trade out. Still Infused is behind a man, and now it's a 1-on-3 actually for Aaron. Nice spray down to Toffee as he tries to come out towards Z. And the flash as Aaron has got to go back towards enemy territory, trying to get that bomb. which is right on the corner. He is pushing into Ozala, and look at that pre-fire, playing off the sounds of the footsteps. Nicely done.
Yeah, super nice. They actually won that. They got a couple of the UMP kills, which is just extra money and salt in the wounds. Infused, you know, the 12-6 score line. It's not nice to see, and that was their first rifle round. It isn't going to be a full buy, so they still have the hope of save this one, buy next with like all the guns we want, all the nades we need, and then we can see if we lose a round, and then we'll still have a couple more chances, which is nice. They have created a really good buffer for themselves, but Logitech clean rounds. They did really good on the ecos. They've got like a great economy, and those all getting the information on this round right here. With the incendiary, which you can actually peek behind. You hate to see it.
Actually pretty nice. So he finds a one frag, but is brought in by the strong arm of Aaron Spiegel. Look at 1000 though, working his way around these trains, getting kills all over the place. He finds a quick double, and well, when Dansky trying to peek out of the upper catwalk, Toffee takes him out almost immediately.
Who wins this game?
I mean, at this point, I'm not sure. Obviously, the pistol going the way of Infuse would have made it dramatically different, but RCTIC are looking, I mean, so far pretty much just as good on their CT side. They're even able to win that first rifle, and they kept 2 UMPs going into it. So that has boosted the economy quite a bit on a few of these players.
Yeah, just figured on the bomb there, going back to get it. But here's a round where like they're gonna have a little bit more equipment value, like they're gonna be able to do more of what they want. Oh, Toxic. Oh, he won't get punished for that. Zed just
Zed is just looking for those birds that used to be there.
Yeah, I mean, what could he have been looking for? There was no extra cover back there. I wonder.
Maybe he was looking for love in a hopeless place. That's what I'm gonna go with. So that does not put Infuse in a good spot. I thought for sure that was going to be Infused. Zed there finding that opening kill onto the player pushing through that smoke, but nope. Staring at the wall. And Ozala with a triple kill on the inner bomb site.
Ozala from Godspot. Oh, well, not exactly, but just around it. Your typical spot to defend against lower ramp. A nice position to get more than one kill. Not close up, but it doesn't give you the best cover, but also gives you the most mobility. So 3 things going for them. Now it's 12-8, and they really just dominated that round. Excuse me. And have so much money. I mean, they're really looking like Infused were in the first half. So that's that transformation that we see. I mean, as long as they really don't have any... If Infused want to play too slowly, I think they're going to get punished over and over again. Oh, but Tofi's here with him, not by himself. Oh, just coming through fire.
Really nice shot there. Oh, RCTIC looking really strong here. Ozala, I mean, don't test this guy inside. Got a triple kill in the last round. Finds another 2 here, although that was just up against those ecoing terrorists who will, again, have a full buy on their hands going into round 22. And this is, I mean, one more round for RCTIC. And, I mean, the comeback's definitely already very much alive, but it's going to start to really put some extra pressure once RCTIC burst on through to these double digits.
I think that was a really... I don't know if that setup made a lot of sense from RCTIC, like leaving an op solo inner right after they win a round, when Infuse haven't won a round and a half, and the last round they won was a rifle. Like it could have been an inner hit, and that would have worked out really well for Infused, who right now are just falling apart. Like they have pistols, but actually have a full buy going on, and the bomb is in a bad place. Wow.
All right. Dansky with a nice shot onto 1000. Hearing those footsteps, I think he maybe saw the barrel of the gun peeking through that smoke. But even still, that is just 1 kill. Leaves him in a 2 versus 4 when Dansky is very, very hurt. Zed will go down. Shot from 2 locations pretty much at once. Now falling all onto Dansky and Kiss up there on top of the blue train, just ready for that. So there it is. 2 rounds away now. RCTIC making this comeback, showing really no sign of stopping. And let me kind of just compare. This could be a difficult comparison. Like, mostly 3 people, sometimes 4 people alive in the early rounds. I mean, for the first 6 rounds, or 7 rounds that we've seen here, it seems like RCTIC have actually been slightly more dominant on their CT side than even Infused were.
Yep. There's been no, like, 2v2s or anything. Like, it's been, RCTIC have dominated, like, every single round so far. It really hasn't come close almost ever. Closest round was the pistol, really.
Yeah. And I think there was round 18, third round, the rifle where only 2 survived, then 3 after that. But since then, it's been dominant. 5 and 4 people alive in the last 3 rounds here for RCTIC, so their money's got to be doing very, very well. Even if Infuse do at this point find a round is what? Coffee just got robbed.
I think so.
Somebody call the police. And there's a fire. Maybe call the fireman as well. Hot damn.
I mean, he does manage to stay alive. Infuse had the first 5 before the half period. Like, they haven't been able to get the opening kill ever. So this is big for them. But now they've got the 2-2, and they want to hit inner. Last time they've been a little inner solo. Oh my god, Ozala doesn't get punished for that. And is he going to find a kill in kill? No, he does a lot of damage to Wendensky though. There's 3 players up. One of them's at 7 HP. Now it's only 2.
Well, Neil's in a decent spot. Yeah, even on low HP behind that train, which isn't very spammable, he's able to get 1 kill lead instead with the, I mean, still difficult situation, but just maybe he could have had the 1-on-2. Of course, it doesn't go that way.
That was
RCTIC with another.
That was a tie-up round. I think like it'd make more sense for Infuse the half armor over full buy here. Because then they'll be able to buy full. They have a really good chance to win the round still, so they can do that if they want to opt just like keep someone without armor. And they'll have to submit to going 12-12, the first tie of the game, and I mean that's definitely favoring RCTIC, obviously, who are on the CT side, who haven't lost a round so far in this half. Nice pick into Ivy. Op has a huge impact. Oh, that shot not so good.
This is actually 10 rounds in a row now for RCTIC. If he got the 2 on the last half. Toxic with that 5-7, having a big round with it. I think it was Aaron with the 5-7, right? And the first half that had a really crucial round.
It was Aaron, yes.
That was nice. But once again, another round. There it is, the tie for the first time in this series, now marking 11 rounds in a row.
Yeah. Logitech are going to have to really earn this one, though. Since they half armored, this will be I think the first time they just half armored to a save, or out of a save into a buy up. So they're gonna have an op this time. They're gonna have full nades on everyone, 100%. Lots of money left over. They could have even spent more money on that half buy last round, just considering how much money they have left over now. Some advanced basic addition there could have allowed you to make that. I mean, I'm just it's hard to have that kind of foresight, especially when you have 10 seconds to make those calculations. But if they did, man, you could have like good nades and stuff, and 3 kills or 2 kills.
You work this. There's some failed simple addition, basic not advanced simple addition. Simple's 1 is 2. Wendansky, I didn't quite see that first op. Actually, didn't see the other 2 either, but very nice opening up this map with 3 op kills. Will miss one there onto 1000, who does get the kill with the P250, and no one's actually going to be close enough to pick that op up, or are they? I think it was on top of the train. Maybe it fell off. No, only the 3 AKs preserved, and that leaves actually Wendansky pretty poor, only at 3,700. Although Neilzino with 5.8k could throw up another op, and he will do just that. So 13-12. I mean, you hate to see that, right? RCTIC making everybody believe in this comeback. They finally get to the point where they tie it up, and then that's when they lose the round.
I mean, we're going to OT if Infuse are going to do the exact same thing to RCTIC as they did in the first half. So this was it's after 10 rounds. They both got 10 round streaks and then lost a round. RCTIC are actually pretty close to having a save if they were to lose 2 in a row. And Fuse managed to avoid that, but have they found a chink in the armor? I mean, they've just been working picks, and Red does find an opening pick once again, but it will be traded immediately. That's pretty big. Still in favor of Fuse.
I feel like there are certain positions that you just never want to push when you have an A1S.
But that just sticks out.
Yeah, that was just such an easy frag, so completely announced by the barrel that M4 A1S. And that'll be 1 for 1. This should favor the terrorists here on train. That'll leave Ozala inside by himself, but he has been very good at this position, playing a lot of the times behind this bomb train. He's got his man Toffee backing him up from Z connector. He's got his eyes on that upper catwalk, and even more incendiaries going up there. That's going to keep Niels backed off. They are swinging around to ladder. Kiss is in there, and he will knock one right off. Instead of taking another fight, he tries to run away, then decides to turn around and take a fight. Toffee hits his shot inner. And here is Wendansky falling all on his shoulders now with the 1 versus 3, but he's able to get that first very important frag. It allows him to scoop up the bomb, but with only 20 seconds and the CT's pulling off this boost, it's going to be very, very difficult. And yeah, nicely done with that boost. Knew the time was low, that player would probably go outside with the bomb, and it's tied right back up.
Yeah, that boost was critical. I mean, let's just say he gets that running shot on someone who's like peeking out a Z. Instead, they're in a spot where they're definitely not going to get pre-fired. He could 100% get that plant. That could have been a different round, so it was really nice in that 2v1. Both teams have done a great job on the CT side in those late round situations, and they do seal up that another round to tie it up at 13-13. They're gonna have to win this round, which is definitely gonna be a lot easier than the other round that they needed to take up their first lead of the game, which will also make it 1 away from match point. So one thing in RCTIC haven't had to do is push anything to win rounds, and I wonder if they'll have to change that strategy. Typically, when you win so many rounds in a row, it always becomes easier for the other team to win a round, just like in general. You almost never see 15.5 because towards the end of their half, it's not that the other team gets lazy. Maybe it is sometimes, but it might also be because you're doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Eventually
This guy's pushed me at Ivy and killed me 14 rounds in a row. You know what? We're going to stand up for round 15.
Yeah.
And we're going to win it. We're going to get that 1 round.
Oh my god,
RCTIC.
Wow.
Yeah, he will get the plant, so a lot of extra money coming in for the side of Infuse, but it will be RCTIC for the first time taking the lead. Down the home stretch.
Yep, that's pretty huge.
But look at this. It could almost be the exact same. Right? We had the CTs get the same number of rounds in a row. Then there was a one-off win. Then there was a win by Frag and a win by Diffuse for the CTs. Will we see... Actually, I think maybe that one-off win was 1 round earlier. Kind of hard to tell.
No, it's 10
Is
in
it
a row.
perfect?
Yep. It's been identical half so far for both teams. So now Infuse would need to take it to match point. But then where would the last round be?
No, there was 1 more round in a row for Infuse.
What?
It was only 9 in a row for the CTs of RCTIC. It was 10 in a row for the CTs of Infused.
Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah. Okay.
But we had a higher number because we included the last 2 terrorist rounds, so it was 9. It was 11 rounds actually in a row before they ended up giving up the 1 to Infused. But I mean, still very, very similar, eerily similar. But maybe it will be RCTIC to end that similarity right now and just close this out. I do have the double op setup, but of course Windansky on board with his. But it's glass cannon. It's fragile, but maybe not. Windansky brings down Toxic.
Oh, Toffee. Been so good with the op.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Adren.
Somebody get the camera out. What's that Reddit?
Doesn't matter. Finds the kills and falls off. 2v4 now, and I think they're very suspicious of Hell. Maybe not quite enough, though.
Yeah. But SK, is he going to be the demon to escape Hell? It doesn't look like it.
Not so much, and Logitech did come with match point. That's huge after that struggle on the T side. I mean, again, there was a lot of rounds you could look at and like, okay, they brought it close. It seemed like Infused overall played much better, had just like really, even in those late rounds, they had really good retakes, played 2v2 super nicely, and came into the second half, barely lost a pistol, actually lost a 1v2 on the pistol, probably straight up made the difference in this game. I mean, I pretty much put my life on that fact that they would have won if they had that pistol to pad that 12-3 scoreline going into the second half, and now have to win 2 rounds just to bring it to OT, and it's going to start right here with Tech 9s, so not your favorite sight to see, but because they don't push things, they don't know that it's going to be a full inner hit. Instead, they just have 2 men here, and I think that slow T-com push is more worried about a layout or taking anything else.
Yeah, been pretty good with the incendiaries here on the inner bomb site to slow down the terrorists. And Toffee playing very far back with that bomb. Ozala close. I mean, really good spots here to do some damage. Probably even come out ahead if Infuse do decide to go in towards this site. There's Ozala right on the ramp, gonna get nobody. Aaron able to get the kill with the Deagle, does light up Niels, and Toffee's still alive on the very backside by the spool. Will peek up, get a nice shot onto Red SNK. Bomb going down on the back of the train here. Man advantage for the CTs. Kiss had already pushed very, very far up. That might have actually been a friendly flash that was supposed to kind of pop flash him in, but failed. It won't matter. Toffee and 1000 strike, and there's the GG. RCTIC make the comeback.
Unreal.
And do what I kind of thought was going to be impossible after watching that first half, but very well played here to the Finns.
Honestly, like, Toffee is just like the straight up MVP for me, like in this match. I know we don't typically talk about that too much, but he just got so many. He just got so many important kills. Some of them were insane, and like if you didn't get that kill on upper, just completely different rounds. They got that first kill inner. He had to hit an up close op shot. I don't know how you feel about it, but it just seemed like he was hitting every shot he really needed to in a situation where Logitech pretty much had to win every round in a row.
And look back at that pistol. Remember his quick double
And the
kill
1v2.
that he got?
Yeah,
that was insane shooting. So Toffee playing very well, and while this looked like it was going to be a runaway, right? You know, a train with the brakes not working, going downhill.
Runaway train.
Runaway train. That's what I was going for. It wasn't. They caught up to it. They slowed it down, and they passed it. And RCTIC, you know, congrats for getting the win here in these best of ones in CEVO main. It was actually pretty enjoyable to watch. But we got actually quite a series coming up next. So the one best of two for the European coverage of the CEVO MLG Pro League Season 8. It will be Flipside versus Team Titan. So that's going to be a really quality match. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and maybe 10 more minutes, actually about 10 minutes or so before we get that started. We'll hop into a pre-game show here for CEVO MLG, brought to you by Alpha Draft in just a little bit. So stay tuned for that, and of course for the series, Flipside versus Titan is up next.